Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's going on, guys? So, yeah, you're not experiencing deja vu. This is take two. Take two. I had some issues, some audio issues, and decided, you know what? Let's just scrap it and start the show from the top. So we're going to do it again. I apologize. Again, issues happen. Since I have you guys here now, I am going to just double check and make sure that I have all of this worked out. It should be good. So if you guys bear with me here, I'm just going to double check it and see and make sure that our audio stuff is good. And then we're going to get into the nitty gritty of everything. I'm going to go over all the topics again. Sorry, I know I did a couple already, but I just want to make sure it's all working. So let me check this to make sure it should be good. So yes. If you guys bear with me here, I'm just going to double check it. Much better. See and make sure much better. Okay. That our audio stuff is okay. We got it fixed, guys. We got it fixed. Again, thank you guys for bearing with me. I really apologize. It happens, technical issues. You know, sometimes you got to just scrap it and start over. I literally had to restart my computer. So anyway, moving on, let's get into the nitty gritty of the show. So we're going to start from the top. This is the Movie Idiot Show live. We do it live every Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, even though it's 9:30 now and we're restarting. But again, technical issues, whatever. Anyway, and on the Movie Idiot Show, we go over all the topics from movie, TV, and all that stuff. All the topics you want to hear about, all the news-related stuff from casting to directing to behind-the-scenes stuff, all of it. We go over all that stuff right here on the Movie Idiot Live every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys, the best part of the show is, again, it is live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. We're streaming live on all three platforms right now, and you guys get to interact live. So you guys can comment in the comment section below on all three of those streams, of course. That's the easiest way. You can hit me up on Facebook and or Twitter at MovieIdiot1. That's another. And then streamlabs.com/MovieIdiot. And that is our tip link. Again, streamlabs.com/MovieIdiot. And if you comment or question through the tip link, you are supporting the channel, supporting the show. And yeah, and we're building a great community here, and that's what we're looking for. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys do that as well. And with all of that fun stuff being said, oh, one more thing really quick before I forget. Don't forget, of course, to... that's not it. That's not the right thing. Here we go. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Make sure you follow, share with your friends and whatnot, because, again, we're trying to build an awesome channel, an awesome community. All right. With all that business stuff being taken care of here, we're going to get to our main topics of the day. Also, by the way, one more thing. If you guys want to submit for a main topic, you can do so via the website, themovieidiot.com, and or themovieidiot@gmail.com. You can submit for main topics as well. All right, so all that fun stuff being said, let's get to our main topics. First main topic of the day. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is joining Thor: Love and Thunder. Officially. It's officially been announced that Chris Pratt is joining Thor: Love and Thunder. No news on whether the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy crew is joining, but Chris Pratt is joining Thor: Love and Thunder. And guys, this means one very, very important and fun fact. And that very, very important and fun fact is... we're gonna get the workout montage like Rocky, right? Dude, I'm fully expecting Thor and Star-Lord to have this workout montage like Rocky, and it's gonna be awesome, and I cannot wait. I'm very excited for this, and already this movie is going to be bonkers fun. Taika Waititi directing, of course, and then you got Jane Foster coming back as the Lady Thor, and they're going to go into that whole storyline, and then of course, Chris Hemsworth kills it as Thor, and then you add Star-Lord to this mix. It can only be amazing in my eyes anyway. But it isn't about me. It's about you guys. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Chris Pratt coming to Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder? Let me know in the comments below and or the tip link. And we're going to move on to our next main topic. Main topic number 2. So this is kind of a two-part thing. And I'm going to get into this before I get to it. It's kind of a two-part thing. So there's been news on Black Widow. Most of it's been rumor early in the week. And then later, Deadline kind of put a finale on it, in my eyes anyway. So here's the first part. First part of it. Marvel reportedly considering Disney Plus release for Black Widow. So a lot of movie pundits out there are reporting this rumor. A lot in the YouTube space, including ones that I follow, like John Campea. They're reporting that they have heard this rumor from some of their sources. But I always try to look it up, and I'm like, okay, well, I definitely got to talk about this if this is going to be a thing. Well, I look it up, and the first and basically one of the only ones I find, of course, is my nemesis, WeGotThisCovered.com, which is this story right here that you see. WeGotThisCovered.com. See if I can move this down at all. No, I cropped out there, probably for the best. WeGotThisCovered.com. Anything you hear from them is usually bullshit. I mean, look, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, right? So I did a little more digging, and I found this. So this doesn't seem to be talking about Black Widow at all, right? Disney mulling pivot of Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Cruella from theater to Disney Plus premieres. But if you scroll down in this little fun article about that, which, by the way, that in itself is a thing. Disney is definitely doing a shift towards pushing a lot of their stuff to streaming. So Disney releasing movies in theaters is going to be less and less and less and less and less. I digress. So scroll down in this fun little article, and you find this little paragraph right here. And specifically, sources said that Disney will likely lean heavily into series generated from Marvel, Lucasfilm, and other silos, but at this point, it is keeping some of its plum titles for release when the theatrical market recovers. The Marvel film Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson is not being contemplated for a streaming bow, Deadline hears. There is no comment from the studio. That was yesterday, and that contradicts everything, every rumor we're hearing. It contradicts all of them, because we had been hearing for the first part of the week, and especially with like all the stuff that's going on with Wonder Woman 84 moving and everything else, we've been hearing all week, Widow's going to move. The rumors are Widow's going to move, Widow's going to move, Widow's going to move. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that Black Widow is not moving. And I trust Deadline, which is a major trade. And, as somebody calls me during the show. It's one of those days, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm going to pull the battery out of this phone so then we don't have an interruption again. So anyway, Deadline is a major trade. And what that means is they're a well-known, like, reputable source. When they tell you something, it is. So if they're telling you that Black Widow is not going, it is. Their sources, they double check their sources, they confirm them. They are a straight up news agency versus We Got This Covered, which is rumor mill and mostly bullshit. They just make up shit all the time. So I am here to tell you guys that Black Widow is most likely, I mean, never say never, but most likely not going to Disney Plus. With that being said, good. I don't want Black Widow to go straight to Disney Plus. I am a theater guy. I want my movies in the theater. The theatrical experience is 100 times better than what you got in your living room, and I don't care how good your system is. The theaters are where it's at, and movies like Black Widow are made to be seen in the theaters. So for me, this is excellent news. I do not want, and excellent news in a week where theaters are getting pounded, just pounded. And we're going to get into that in our next topic shortly. So this is good news for the theaters, coming from Deadline, that Black Widow is not being considered for a Disney Plus, straight to Disney Plus release. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited that Black Widow is staying in the theaters? Are you guys not excited because you were just hoping it went straight to Disney Plus and you're not a theater person like me? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts, and we're going to move on to our next topic after I take a sip of my hot chocolate. All right, our next main topic kind of ties into this. So I was just talking about how movie theaters have been getting their asses kicked all week. Well, here we go. Next main topic. Let me expand this for you guys a little bit so you can, maybe not. It's just being a little touchy today. Everything you need to know about the Universal and Cinemark early VOD deal. So if you don't know what this is, Cinemark, I'm going to expand it out so you can read it. Cinemark and Universal made a deal similar to what AMC did about a couple of months ago. So here's what the terms of the agreement are. Universal can put movies on premium video on-demand platforms as little as 17 days after they reach theaters. So the theatrical window right now is currently 90 days. If you don't know what the theatrical window is the amount of time that movies can or must stay in the theater before they reach streaming. The amount of time before a movie can go to streaming after it has launched in the theater. So even if it's out of theaters, it still can't go to streaming until after that 90-day window. That's to protect the theaters, specifically. It also really helps the studios because, in all honesty, again, you're not going to make the money from VOD releases that you're going to make in theatrical releases. So I don't know why they even have an issue with this, because they were making money hand over fist. Now they're trying to push because everybody's hurting, and instead of working together, they're, looking out for their own. So it is what it is. This is Hollywood, right? It's show business, not show friends. Anyway, so Universal can put movies on premium video on demand as little as 17 days. Films that generate at least $50 million in opening weekend ticket sales, however, will have to play exclusively in theaters for 31 days or 5 full weekends. Now, that's still, and it says right here, traditionally new releases remain on the big screen for 75 to 90 days before they move to digital platforms for a $19.99 rental fee. So, even so, the theatrical window at this point is now shrunk to 30 days, 31 days, no matter what. So, which I'm not opposed to that, really. Especially nowadays, most movies kind of complete their theatrical run for the most part in the first 3 weeks. After that, it's just residual stuff. And if they get 5 weeks in there, then I think they're good. So I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Universal made a similar agreement months ago with the world's biggest cinema chain, AMC Theaters. The decision initially drew criticism, yet having Cinemark on board now means that 2 of the biggest movie theater chains in the country have resigned to the fact that the film industry will look very different when the world emerges from the coronavirus pandemic. So, let's get into this. AMC and Cinemark are now on board with Universal on this. And shrinking the theatrical window. Disney has been on record saying that they are all in on the theatrical experience and are not interested in this. Now, I'm sure once it becomes a thing, they will utilize it, but I don't think they're looking to. Disney understands that theaters make more money. They don't want to do this, basically. They're smart. Gee, Universal's desperate. Now, Disney should be desperate. They're losing money hand over fist in the pandemic right now, but they're smart. They think longer term. So they were saying that Cinemark being one of the largest. So AMC is the largest theater chain in the world. The second is Cineworld, which owns the likes of Regal and Cineworld in the UK and all through Europe and whatnot. I think Cinemark is third, if I'm not mistaken. And in the US, I think they're fourth, and third in the US, I think, is Marcus. I could have that flip-flopped. So out of the top four, let's just say US, out of the top four US theatrical exhibitors, 2 of them have now made this deal, and 2 of them have not. I have reached out to my contact in Marcus and have heard nothing back. So, but we'll see. That being said, 2 out of the 4 now have made this deal. 2 have not. Regal and Cineworld are adamant that they do not want this deal and don't want to do it. But then again, when AMC made the deal, so was Cinemark. Cinemark was adamant as well that they do not want the deal. And then they changed and they decided they did want the deal, which is interesting. So the question is how long will Cineworld hold out? And then if like the 4th biggest one, Marcus, jumps on and Cineworld's the only holdout, I feel like the dominoes will then fall. Cineworld's basically, Regal Cineworld is the only holdout. So the thing is this good? Short form during the pandemic, yes. Now, this deal, by the way, is, I believe, a 3-year deal. Well, let me confirm that. I heard it was a 3-year deal. So after 3 years, they got to renegotiate the deal. I can't find it now, but I'm like 99% sure that's what it said. So it's a 3-year deal that they made. So after 3 years, the deal is going to get renegotiated. What's going to probably end up happening is NATO, not that NATO, but what is it? The North, I don't know. Anyway, NATO is theater owners, Association of Theater Owners, National Association of Theater Owners. Thank you. Sorry about that. They're probably going to get together at some point, and the studios are all probably going to get together at some point and make more of an umbrella type deal. That's my prediction. Because at this point, it's kind of the Wild West. You know, Universal is the only studio making this deal right now. All the other studios haven't done anything like this. And now only individual theater chains are making this deal right now. And none of the other ones have done anything like this. So it's the Wild West, which is not what you want. I think at some point, cooler heads are going to prevail. They're all going to get together and make more of a general type deal. So that's what I predict. So is this good? Short term, yeah, this is probably good. It gets newer movies into the theaters, which the theaters absolutely need, and it gives the studios flexibility to pull them if they're not doing well, drop them on VOD, and get up some membership on VOD. Now, my next story, if I'm not mistaken, is gonna throw another monkey wrench into this whole thing. So I'll get to that, but I'm gonna hold off on it. So long term, this is not good for theaters, and it's not good for the theatrical experience, and it is not good for us. And I've pounded this point at nauseum, guys. You want the theaters to survive as fans of movies and TV, and yes, I'm including TV. You want the theaters to survive. VOD has proved in a pandemic, it is proved when everybody's home that it's not going to make the money that theaters make. People go to the movies and to the movie theaters for the experience, the night out with friends and family, the popcorn, the snacks. They want to pay the overpriced for the popcorn because it's an experience. And look, theaters exhibit movies 1,000 times better than your home theater setup, and I don't care how good it is. It's a fact. Okay, again, I've seen these setups. They're racks of Crown amps, and the one projector, one laser projector is like almost $1 million. Like, your setup is not as good as the theater, no matter what, no matter how awesome you think it is, it's not. So, and again, the pandemic has proved VOD is not going to make that money. You know, we now have a track record of it. Mulan, Trolls World Tour, Bill and Ted, and Mulan was a tentpole. So Mulan was a movie that they were predicting when it made $1 billion in theaters. Did not. I don't even think it made 200 million. So, yeah, VOD does not make the money. People just wait. Because if they're going to watch it at home, they're not going to pay 20 or 30 bucks to watch it at home. They're just going to wait until it's free. Because eventually it will be. Now, to see it in a theater, they will pay, just not right now. Because they don't want to go to theaters right now. Pandemic. It is what it is. And nobody's going to be able to tell them that they're wrong, right? Like, you know, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. What you need to understand is, if this deal sticks long term, it's going to affect things because the studios aren't going to make as much money on the movies. And when they're not making as much money, the theaters aren't making as much money. So they're going to have trouble staying in business, which then the studios, again, will make even less money if theaters start closing, which then is going to affect, because I hear people a lot. They tell me, oh, well, you know what? If movies aren't that big of a thing, so what? I got all my TV shows. Where do you think they get the funding for most TV shows? Most TV shows, put Netflix aside. Netflix, by the way, they fund TV shows by going into debt. They're $25 billion in debt right now. So Netflix's party isn't going to last much longer. And they already raised their prices this year. So don't expect that party to be keeping going the way it is. But anyway, TV shows get most of their funding from the movies. All the Marvel shows coming up, movie money. It trickles down to the TV shows. That's where they get that funding. The Mandalorian, which is the biggest, hottest thing right now, movie money. Say what you want about The Rise of Skywalker. It made, I think it was like $600 or $700 million. Like, it made a butt ton of money. And a couple of the or actually it might have even been $1 billion. I'll have to check. Anyway, the point is Star Wars movies make $800 to $1 billion a pop. That money trickles down, and guess what? You get Mandalorian. And I don't care how good Mandalorian is, it cannot sustain the amount of money that they're used to getting from making movies. They want and need movies, and Disney is smart about this. Universal is desperate right now, and so is AMC, and so is Cinemark, and that's why you're seeing these deals. They can't last. And if they do, it's going to be the end of the entertainment as we know it. Yeah, we'll still get shows and we'll still get movies, but the quality will go down. The production value will go down, and people will lose their jobs. This is going to be very detrimental to Hollywood as a business and movie making as a business. Now, I already can hear people, well, Hollywood, they're all spoiled and elite and blah, blah, blah. Dude, 99% of people who work in Hollywood are just regular people. They're guys holding a boom mic, or, you know, somebody setting up lighting, or, you know, script writers, or, you know, they're just regular makeup artists. 99% of people who work in Hollywood are those people. Just regular people like me and you. They're not the elites that everybody talks about in Hollywood. They're just regular people. Those people are going to be out of jobs. So this is a big deal. And it's a bad deal. Long term. Short term, I get it. They really do need to do something right now because people aren't going to the movies, and the pandemic is, you know, cases skyrocketing every day, right? So short term, I get it. But it should have been a shorter term. 3 years, I think, was too long. Inevitably, I think they're all going to have to get together and come up with a more universal umbrella deal, which I think will happen. So those are my thoughts on it. I know that was a very long-winded explanation. What do you guys think? Comment below in the comments, again, on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube in the streaming comments. And, or, of course, you can comment in the tip link, streamlabs.com/movieidiot. Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to move on to the next topic, which, conversely, is semi-related to this topic. So give me 1 second to pull that up here. Next topic is this. And again, this goes right into what I was just talking about. Wonder Woman 84 to debut on both HBO Max and in theaters, and that's a Christmas Day release. So Wonder Woman 84 is going to debut on both HBO Max and movie theaters on Christmas Day. Audiences will get to see Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas Day. After much speculation, Warner Bros. Announced that the superhero sequel will debut on streaming service HBO Max on December 25th, same day it will appear in U.S. movie theaters. Internationally, HBO Max is not available. Wonder Woman 84 will premiere in cinemas internationally on December 16th. So, again, here we are. Another movie. Now, this was a big one. This is good/bad news for the movie theaters. Because if it didn't do this, honestly, Wonder Woman would have moved to the summer or even later. And theaters needed a movie to stay. They did. But the problem is having it be on HBO Max is going to knock out a decent part of their market. I think the subscriber base for HBO Max right now, I think is like 8 million. HBO Max is one of the more expensive streamers. I do have HBO Max. It is awesome. Minus the fact that they're still not on Roku. Fuck you guys. How can you not be on Roku? They just made a deal with Amazon Fire Stick finally, but they're not on Roku still. Anyway, I digress. So HBO Max release and theatrical release all at the same time. Guys, it's kind of undercutting them, but at the same time, with HBO Max being a heavier price tag, that could work in their benefit, although a lot of people may just do it for a month and then cut it. It's interesting. Again, it's one of those deals that's a short term, maybe a decent deal for both the studio, but long term hurts. And then this breaks all of the theatrical window rules, right? Because like the original deal is 90 days. That's what we have right now. And then Universal's making these deals where it's I can't think, sorry. It's 30 days or 17 depending on how the movie does. And now you got Warner Brothers for this movie alone, just this one movie. Warner Brothers makes a deal, and their deal is day and day release, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. And it can hurt, guys. It can really hurt. The theaters and studios and everything else, man. It could really do some damage. That being said, I am excited to see this movie. And so I posted about this earlier. On Facebook. I wanted to get people's opinions on it. So I said, Wonder Woman 84 is going to HBO Max and theaters on Christmas Day. Will you get HBO Max to see it? Will you go to the theaters to see it? So I'm going to read over some of the comments. So Savannah says, I will go to my living room because we already got it. And I said, so HBO Max for you? And she says, yes, sir. Lauren says, I'll go to theaters probably sometime around then to see it. Kelly says, I'd rather see it in theaters. And then Amber joined in and said, I've seen a lot of my friends say they would rather see it in theaters. So it seems like people are leaning, at least from the few comments that I got. Now, I normally post these things like a day before I forgot. So I posted it this morning, so I didn't get a lot of comments. But it seems as if people are leaning towards theaters, theatrical release for it. So, yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. Again, a movie like Wonder Woman 84 needs to be seen in theaters. That's the way I view it. It's made for theaters. It is a theatrical release type movie. It's a tentpole movie. It definitely should be a theatrical release, and that's the way it should be seen. But I will understand, especially in this pandemic, people seeing it on HBO Plus or HBO Max. But on HBO Max, again, it's $15 a month. So you're paying for it for sure. So anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Are you guys interested in seeing Wonder Woman 84 in theaters? Are you interested in seeing it? Are you going to see it on HBO Max? Are you just going to wait entirely until you can see it a different way? Which, guys, just so you know, that probably isn't going to be a thing. So from now on, Warner Brothers movies most likely are probably just going to be on HBO Max when they get to streaming. They're probably not. Now you can like rent them on Amazon and things like that. But if you want to see them as of and not have to pay a rental fee, it's HBO Max. Just like Disney's movies are going to be on Disney Plus. Just like NBC Universal is Peacock. I mean, they're lining up like that. So just be prepared that if you want to see certain movies, it's going to be on certain streaming services. But anyway, how are you guys going to watch Wonder Woman 84? Let me know in the comments below and or the tip link, and I will move on to the next topic. And this one, it's kind of a feel-good topic, sort of. A lot of people were really upset because Charlie Brown got all the rights to the Peanuts characters. Give me 1 second here. There we go. All the rights to the Peanuts characters and Peanuts as a whole, including all of their movies and shows, got bought out by Apple Plus. So here we go. Charlie Brown specials to air on TV after all in PBS deal. The Great Pumpkin never showed on broadcast television this year, but after a deal with PBS, the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Christmas specials will return to the air. Last month, Apple TV became the new home of the beloved Peanuts holiday specials. They sparked an outcry from viewers who are accustomed to annually tuning in on network TV. Apple offered each special to stream for free for a handful of days, but that didn't stop online petitions from gathering hundreds of thousands of signatures. On Wednesday, Apple bowed to the backlash, announcing it had teamed up with PBS for ad-free broadcasts of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and a Charlie Brown Christmas. Thanksgiving will air on November 22nd, and the Christmas special will air on December 13th. Ad-free, guys. So not only did they gave in and said, okay, fine, you guys can have it on network TV on PBS. On top of that, ad-free. So you get no commercials. They upped the ante. I said this before. Apple didn't have to do this. All they did was bought an IP. They bought something that was available. Good for them. They're in business. That's what they're supposed to do, in my opinion. They didn't have to do this. They didn't even have to make it available to stream for free, which they did, and I thought that was awesome. That being said, they're going well above and beyond now. They're putting it on PBS. And it's going to be free. And it's going to be ad-free. No commercials, guys. I applaud Apple. They're doing what they think is best. They decided that they do care what their customers think, and they made a choice, and I think it was a good one. Is it the right one? I honestly don't think there was a right choice. I personally don't care. Look, these IPs, they're going to be bought up. All of them, inevitably. Just wait till somebody gets the rights to It's a Wonderful Life. You'll have the same outcry, Somebody will get the rights to that, and then that won't be on network TV anymore. And look, network TV, its days are numbered too. So that being said, I think this is a good thing that Apple did. It was a nice kind of concession that they made to make the fans of the Peanuts shows happy. And I think it was a good thing. It's a goodwill thing. So very Thanksgiving and Christmas-ish, right? Very goodwill gesture. So, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on the Peanuts movies returning to network TV on PBS for free, ad-free. Let me know in the comments below, and or, of course, the tip link, streamlabs.com/movieidiots. And I'm going to move on to the next topic. And we're getting to the point of the show here where I talk about things that I've seen this week. Excuse me a second. Need some water. Sorry about that. So this part of the show, I get to what I have watched this week. So I have 3 to go over. There was a new movie that launched on Netflix. Now, my girlfriend is a huge Christmas person. She loves her Christmas movies. And there was a new one that hit Netflix called Jingle Jangle. It had a pretty decent cast, and it looked fun. It looked kind of like in that Greatest Showman slash, what is it? Hamilton vibe, right? Looked cool. So we sit down and start watching this movie. And I gotta tell you, it is awful. Like, really bad. Like, really bad. I had to repeat that for you just so you understand how terrible this movie was. I don't not finish movies. I couldn't. We got halfway through and I'm like, this is so bad. I got to turn this off. It was bad. The story was weird. The singing was overdubbed and not even good. Like, their mouth is moving and the words are coming out differently. It's just terrible. I'm sorry, and I know it's all subjective. Maybe you guys thought it was great, but I just thought it was awful. And I was excited for this too. Like, I thought it looked really cool in the previews, but I gotta tell you, man, it was bad. My favorite part of it was Ricky Martin's character, funny enough, which is this little doll that's like this big. But yeah, just not good. Sorry, guys. I did not like this movie at all. And again, I couldn't even get part of it was I couldn't even get past the bad dubbing of the singing. Like, it's blatantly obvious they're not actually singing the songs, which in The Greatest Showman, they're singing. Like, you can tell. Now, granted, I'm sure it was overdubbed too, but it doesn't look like it's overdubbed. It's like watching one of those old kung fu movies, you know? They're talking and then the sound comes out, you know? Like, it was really bad, guys. And that was hard. I couldn't really get past that. And on top of it, again, the story was just kind of all over the place a little, and it didn't really make a lot of sense. It just wasn't good. I do have to say, I'm sorry. I did not like the Jingle Jangle movie. So a thumbs down for me on Jingle Jangle. Sorry, just did not like it. But maybe you guys do. You know, all film and TV are subjective. Let me know in the comments below. Did you guys see Jingle Jangle? Did you like it? Did you not? If you did, you know, let me know in the comments and or the tip link. And I'm going to move on to the next thing I have watched this week. And the next thing I've watched this week is The Watchmen. I finally got around to watching, not the movie, it's the TV show that's on HBO Max. So they did a Watchmen TV show. And I've been kind of wanting to see this. And so I finally got around. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to watch this. And I think I'm on episode 8. So I think I got 2 more episodes to go. It's interesting. I haven't decided. So let me tell you about the Watchmen movie first. The Watchmen movie visually is stunning. And I love, like, the whole world that it's based in. It's so cool. The movie itself, I'm always kind of conflicted on. I don't know if I even like it. There are things I love about it. Rorschach is amazing. And things like that. I like the Dr. Manhattan character. I like, it's just, I don't know if I like the movie as a whole. Ergo, let's go to the TV show. I feel exactly the same way. There's some stuff that's really cool in this show. Visually, really cool. They do a great job. Obviously, a high production value. The acting is all really good. The writing's really good. It all makes sense. But for some reason, I'm just, like, not quite... It's just, this world... Although I like it, it's weird. Now, this is a little different because this is not based in the 80s where The Watchmen is based, but it's based now, mostly. It's very... I don't know. Again, in a world, like in a movie with The Watchmen that I kind of liked, and then to build off of that, I just kind of like it. Now, it's getting pretty good, and I'm on a cliffhanger right now in episode 7, and I can't say what it is because it's a major spoiler, but yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna do an incomplete on The Watchmen simply because I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, and maybe that'll tie it all in. But as of right now, the way I feel about it, the Watchmen TV show, I kind of feel the same way I felt about the movie, and it's here, like trending up, but more middle of the road. And the thing is just although the world is cool, the acting's good, the writing's good, everything's good, there's just something that just doesn't quite get me. I don't know. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's not a very good analytical thing because I can't find many flaws. It's not like it's flawed. It's just maybe not for me. I don't know. Maybe The Watchmen just is not my jam. I don't. And I love The Boys, and I love Doom Patrol, and I love a lot of anti-hero type stuff, and it just The Watchmen just doesn't seem to be my cup of tea. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. What do you guys think? Have you seen The Watchmen on HBO Max? Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below and or the tip link, and I'm going to move on to the next thing. And guys, it's Friday, so you know what's coming. Mandalorian. Episode 4 in Season 2, also known as Chapter 12 in the Mandalorian saga. And yes, these 2 characters are in it. Slight spoiler, whatever, who cares. This episode, I'm not going to spoil anything else other than to say this. This episode of Mandalorian is the most Star Wars episode I have ever seen of Mandalorian. And I'm going to watch it again because I really want to see it. It is the most Star Wars episode in the sense that it feels like the original trilogy. Mandalorian often to me is, and what it's supposed to be, and what Jon Favreau already says it is it's a Western. It is not Star Wars. It's based in the Star Wars universe, but make no mistake, it's a Western. This felt like Star Wars. This felt like OG sitting there, Return of the Jedi, or, Empire or A New Hope, sitting there watching my OG Star Wars. That is what this felt like. This is the most Star Wars episode I have watched. Again, Baby Yoda doing his thing. Lots of cool stuff with Baby Yoda. You're going to like that. Mando was kind of secondary-ish in this. Yeah, I mean, it didn't focus on him as much. And again, no, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Almost spoiled something. But yeah, the most Star Wars-ish episode I think that I've seen so far. So that's where I'm going to say it's good. Of course, I loved it. Amazing. So there's that. But yeah, I will definitely say it's the most Star Wars episode we're going to see right now. So what do you guys think? Did you see Mandalorian Chapter 12, also known as Season 2, Episode 4? Let me know in the comments below, or let me know in the tip link. Me and Jake will be doing a Mandalorian spoiler discussion tonight. Probably 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so please make sure you check that out because me and Jake will be doing the whole open spoiler breakdown of The Mandalorian tonight, so make sure you check it out. All right, so that's all of our main topics for the day. I'm going to go to comments here. So I did not have any live stream comments. Not surprising since we had to restart the entire damn show. I'm really sorry about the audio issue. What can I say, man? I was streaming for almost 3 hours last night. Everything works great. I got this whole new setup, really good. And then every once in a while, I don't know what happens, but the audio goes poo-poo, I mean, let me double check it right now really quick just to see if it's still... How are you guys going to watch Wonder Woman 84? Let me know in the comments below. Wow, that's really behind. I feel like that... Let me catch up a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, I want to see how we're doing here. Wow, that's really behind. Yeah, audio is good now. See, so I don't know what to tell you guys. It's live. It happens. Yeah. So no stream comments obviously right now. I did have 2 tip comments this week. So again, if you guys want to know, this show is fully interactive. So you can do tip link 24/7. And if you want to send in a tip, it's streamlabs.com/movieidiot. That's the way you send in a tip. Again, it helps support the show, support the channel, helps build this community, and that's what we're trying to do around here. So I had 2 tip comments. The first one comes from Del Mackey, and he says, really terrible week for theaters, huh, Mike? The answer to that, Del, is yes. Yes, it is. And man, movie theaters really got their butts kicked. And even the good news they got, that Wonder Woman 84 is staying on its theatrical release date of December 25th, came with a kick in the ass that it's also releasing on HBO Max same day. So, yeah, theaters not looking good, dude. And the funny thing is last week they got some pretty good news, with the vaccine, and a ton of people started investing in theater stocks, and it looked like maybe this might, and nope. Then they just got punched in the mouth, kicked in the balls, and pushed to the ground and kicked in the face. This week has been really tough for theaters. And it sucks, man. I'm telling you guys, this is not going to be good. I know a lot of people, again, are like, oh, I don't care if theaters go away. I'll have my streaming. But it will affect that. And it's not going to be good for anybody, in my opinion. So, and then the other tip we got is Nick Papagiorgio. Again, love that name. And he says, I think I'll be staying home for Wonder Woman 84 unless something drastically changes. And that's cool. Look, I've been saying this all along. If you are willing to go out, and you were going to go out to places anyway, and you love movies, go see movies. Theaters are one of the safest places you can go compared to grocery stores and other things, and restaurants and other things. Theaters they're doing great with their safety protocols and everything like that. But if you're not wanting to go out, if you're trying to play it safe, if you're trying to stay home, if you have people who are high risk in your house, please don't go. Don't. Do the safe thing. Do what you got to do. I'm not going to tell anybody you should or shouldn't go. I can say that, my experience is that theaters looked really safe, and, the couple, I think I went twice. So the couple of times I went, it looked good. But that's just my experience. So I wouldn't sit here and presume to tell somebody what to do or how to do it. So, if you want to stay home and watch Wonder Woman 84, good on you, dude. And hope you enjoy it, man. I'll definitely probably do both because I love theaters, and I also probably want to see it again at home. So, and I have HBO Max, so why the hell not, So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it. That's our show. Again, sorry about all the technical issues that we had earlier and restarting the stream and restarting the show. It happens. What are you going to do, man? We do the best we can. So, sorry, guys. And I hope you still enjoyed the show after we restarted it again. We got a good 46 minutes here. So, good topics this week, and hopefully you guys have an amazing week. Again, don't forget to check out me and Jake tonight. We're going to be doing the Mandalorian open spoiler discussion tonight, hopefully around 8 o'clock. I got to confirm that, but hopefully that's the thing. So also don't forget to, of course, subscribe, follow, share, all that fun stuff. Make sure you do that as well. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great week. And I will catch you all tonight, the open Mandalorian spoiler discussion at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, or next week, Friday, for the Movie Idiot Live show right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And I will catch you all later. Have a great week, everybody. Peace.